Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this Free for All Friday, Pride of Dakota edition. I'm Kelly Wald with the North Dakota Department of Agriculture, and with me in the studio today is Dana Hager, also from the department. And on the board is our producer man, Jim Walsh. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. Well, happy Friday, everyone. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out there. So if you want to listen to the show online or find replays of the podcast, you can visit the website, which is supertalk1270.com, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/supertalk1270. Well, today we're going to talk about some great summertime products you'll want to have on hand, as well as some things that'll be great for new parents. Before we get started on that, let's talk about what's going on with Pride of Dakota, the Ag Department.
Yeah.
So it's obviously garden season, summertime out there. Do you want to talk a little bit about a program, Dana, that the department has that
Sure.
is really great for anybody who's growing things?
Sure. Well, growing things, or if you aren't growing things, it's a good program you can get involved in too by volunteering. And the program is the Hunger-Free North Dakota Garden Project. It's been around for many years. I think it started back in 2000. Maybe 8 is kind of what I want, 8 or 9, something like that. And what it is, it's a program where we encourage people to plant a little extra produce, or if you're a farmer or a grower and you have acres of like even potatoes or even pulses that can be used to donate those to a food pantry or a charitable feeding organization, sometimes your local churches, and get those into the food system to those that are utilizing these programs to help feed their families. So great program. When we first started out with this program, a lot of the food pantries weren't taking fresh produce donations because they didn't have places to store them.
Sure.
Yeah, and so slowly we've been working on that, and they've been coming up with plans on, okay, if you drop your produce off on this day, we distribute the next day, so we don't have to have refrigerators. And so people are really working on ways to make this work, and it's been a great program. It continues to grow. So Hunger-Free North Dakota Garden Project, keep your gardens going, go out and water them a little bit extra, get those weeds out of there, and then when it comes harvest time, find a food pantry or a shelter in your area that you can donate.
And I believe if you're in the Bismarck area here, there is a list on the department website of like shelters or pantries that would accept donations like that. So
Yep.
if you're not sure where to take it, hop online and go to nd.gov/NDDA, and there's a link right there on the homepage to the local food section.
Yep, you can go check out who needs your produce.
Yeah, awesome. And I know there's another project, I guess, that the department's been working on that got released not too long ago, new bee map. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it is the season. I'm sure people are driving across the state, and you probably have honeybees smashing across your windshield.
windshields.
Gross.
Yep.
But that is the nature of the beast here in North Dakota. North Dakota is the #1 honey producing state in the nation. So we can expect that honeybees are a big part of our livelihood here, and definitely of our agriculture. I think if you're driving around right now, you're seeing those canola fields and those flax fields in full bloom. And so those bees are out there busy pollinating them. And what we have started at the Ag Department this past year is an interactive bee map. And it's basically a GIS map that can let the beekeepers and the applicators, aerial applicators, talk to each other. So the beekeepers can say, I have bees set on this quarter, and then the aerial applicators can go in and say, I'm going to spray an area here, so that they know, I'm working in this area, you have bees there, let's communicate with each other so we can do what's best for both of us.
Sure.
And so that map was just launched this past spring, and the whole goal of it really is to increase communications and to help farmers and ranchers, farmers, I guess, continue producing the best they can with the tools they have, and giving this communication piece to help them.
Sounds like a really great tool to have it at their disposal.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of, I guess, aerial applicators, we have another program in the department, our Project Safe Send, which is growing unbelievable over these last few years.
It has, yeah.
I think this year they've even had to scale back a little bit because it's gone so well. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so Project Safe Send, it's a program that they do every July. Basically, it's an opportunity for people to get rid of like unusable or sometimes maybe illegal pesticides without facing fines and things like that. It's completely safe. It's completely free. So just a couple of things here. It'll kick off Wednesday, July 11th in Lidgerwood, and then it goes through the rest of the month. If you hop on the Department of Ag website, which is nd.gov/NDDA, there's a calendar there. You can see the dates and locations and times and where. They're always at a DOT facility in the town that they'll be in. But just before you pack up your vehicle and you head out, you'll want to check out the website just in case anything has changed with some funding things that have gone on. There is a possibility that some sites may be cut short. So once they had to reduce the amount they could collect. So once they hit that maximum, there's a chance that they'll have to shut down early for the day. So just check out the website before you hop in your vehicle. Couple other quick notes. There's a maximum of 3,000 pounds of pesticide per participant that can be accepted. And then things like fertilizers, surfactants, adjuvants, pesticide rinsate, empty containers, or containers with paint or oil will not be collected at the collection site. So please do not bring those. And if you need bags to dispose of your items safely, you can contact the department at 328-2231.
That's a great program, a great way to safely get rid of that stuff that's hanging around.
Yeah, absolutely. So hang tight, folks. We will be back in just a few minutes after the break.
Right now, 66.
Here's Sean Hannity, weekday afternoons on Super Talk 1270.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to this Free For All Friday Pride of Dakota edition. Excuse me, I'm Kelly Walden, and this is Dana Hager from the Department of Agriculture, and we're here today to talk about some awesome Pride of Dakota products that you probably want to have on hand this summertime. But before we get to that, we're going to chat a little bit about some events that we've got coming up here in the very near future.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Kelly's got a lot coming up in the fall, but before fall hits, you have one this month, even in July.
We do. Summertime fun. Up at the State Fair, we have a Pride of Dakota Day on Monday, July 25th. We're under the festival tent there. That's kind of across the road from like where the grandstands are. And we are there from 11 to 5. We will have about 25 different Pride of Dakota companies set up selling their
you
products.
You can go buy and shop and sample. And
it's awesome. It's just kind of a little, sampling of what the variety that Pride of Dakota really offers. And as part of that, we are once again offering a $1 lunch starting at 11 o'clock a.m. that day. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Cloverdale, Dean Foods, Northern Plains Potato Growers, and Panna Gold Baking. They donate the food for the day, and then the dollar that's collected actually goes to the North Dakota FFA Foundation.
Great.
A couple of the state officers come up and help, and it's a great opportunity to help out.
A great organization, FFA. And I think I say this every time we talk about the State Fair dollar hot dog lunch at the fair. Love the fair. We absolutely love the fair, but I don't think there's anything that you can do at the fair that's $1.
No.
And you're going to get a hot dog and chips and milk, and
Yep.
you're going to be able to sit down and shop from some great companies. So it's an awesome event. I'm glad Pride of Dakota continues to go up there and represent themselves at the fair.
Yeah, it's a great chance to get out there and be part of something that's going on in the summertime. I know everybody kind of thinks of us towards the holiday season, but Pride of Dakota, the companies, they're active all year round. So please, get out there and support your fellow North Dakotans.
Yeah, and just a quick shout out to the people at the State Fair, because I know that they are busy.
Hard work.
Working right now, getting together last minute touches for the thousands and thousands of people that will be jumping onto their grounds here in a few weeks. So big shout out to you guys and all your hard work, and to all those that plan on attending, safe travels when you go to the fair at the end of the month. So
absolutely.
And also Pride Dakota, so you're also gearing up for the fall then. And you mentioned that. So can you just give everyone a sneak peek into what's coming up?
Yeah, so we have another day at the Capitol here in Bismarck again on September 15th, which is a Thursday. And then that following weekend, the 17th and 18th, we head out to Dickinson with our Harvest Showcase, and that's growing every year. It's awesome. And I know we had talked about the Hunger Free North Dakota Garden Project earlier, so if you're going to be out in Dickinson the weekend of September 17th and 18th, stop by the West River Ice Center. Come shopping. There's usually about 75 companies there.
Yeah.
And if you actually bring in a fresh produce donation, you can save $1 on your admission. So if you've got goodies, bring them on by, and we drop them off to a local organization there.
Perfect time. By that time in September, you're maybe sick of
had enough zucchini, you can't handle it anymore, right?
And your neighbor's like, no, I'm good. You don't need to bring me
Please
any more
stop
of
dropping food off at my house when I'm not there.
and preparing them for winter, so you want to just get rid of them. That's a great place to go and do that. So, well, fun. And then after that, then you hit your winter
hit
ones,
the ground
right?
running. Yep, we kick off with those up in Grand Forks the weekend of November 5th and 6th. And then the following weekend, we travel back over to Minot. And the weekend after that, we are in Fargo. Again, we'll be at the Shields Arena this year. I know that was a new location for us last
And
year.
it went great last year.
It worked out wonderfully. The parking
Good.
was great, and the facility worked out really well. So
Staff were wonderful.
yep,
and
everybody was happy. So that's
good.
awesome.
So Shields Arena in Fargo.
Yep, and then we take a little break for Thanksgiving. Everybody needs to spend some time with family and friends, and we wrap up the weekend after that, which would be December 2nd through the 4th here in Bismarck at the Event Center.
And that's your biggest one.
It is.
you end on
Last
that.
year was the biggest show we've ever had as far as number of vendors that have participated.
Great.
It's crazy with that new addition in there how much
How
extra
many
room
people
there
you
is.
can put in there. And we, I did hear a lot about the from the shoppers last year. It was really a great shopping experience for them as well.
A little less crowded with some
Yeah.
extra room and more chances to actually stop and talk to people versus
Good.
kind of being pushed along with the
Heard-
crowd of people.
We are the egg department, but we probably shouldn't herd people through like
Probably
cattle, right? So,
Yeah, so those days, I mean, if just check out the Pride of Dakota website, prideofdakota.com. That's how it got our dates and locations, times, and all those
Great.
things for those events. So if you're looking for information, you can find us there, or you can actually email us at ndda@nd.gov.
and that kind of brings us to what we want to talk about today. And we've been going on about Pride of Dakota here, and maybe in just your elevator speech, can you just give everybody the reminder, what is Pride of Dakota?
Sure. So Pride of Dakota, it's first of all, being a person who's been able to work with these entrepreneurs for a few years, like it is an organization that is truly there to support amazing minds and wonderful people. The members are the reason that the program exists, really. And so shout out to you guys. You're great to work with, and it's always fun to see the new stuff that you come up with.
And super talented.
Yes,
Yeah.
innovative, absolutely. So Pride of Dakota was started back in 1985 by the Ag Department as a means to promote North Dakota businesses and the products that we produce here in North Dakota. I know people don't often think of North Dakota, when you think of small businesses, North Dakota isn't maybe the state that comes to mind because we're so heavy in energy and agriculture. I think people kind of forget about how awesome small business owners are here.
Right.
And so that program was started 31 years ago to really just provide different marketing exposure and business development opportunities and training to companies located here within the state of North Dakota.
And it's gone crazy. Your membership is over 500
Yeah,
members now.
I just looked at the list yesterday, and it went from, in 31 years, it went from about 20 members to 544.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's
So-
growing every year, and that's a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit of North Dakotans. People, they want to have all of these different ventures going on and start new businesses, and it's impressive.
Yeah, and you hear from, we talk about it because we work with them all the time, but it really is like almost like a nice little family. Yeah, 500 people family.
It's a very large family.
But there's a lot of networking that goes on, and when you're a small business owner and you're all living in the same state, you have a lot of very similar challenges. So they really work with each other to try to help get through those challenging times and celebrate the good times. And
They do.
so that's one of the really positive things about the program. A lot of other great things, but it really is a reasonable program, right?
It is,
Like if
yeah.
you're a small
For
business?
majority of our members, their annual fee is $50. So it's based on the number of employees in your company, really, which is from 0 to 10. That's 90% of our membership.
Sure.
So it's just $50 a year, and for that, you have access to, you are officially a Pride of Dakota program. You can promote yourself as such. You have access to all of our events. You have access to the trainings and different resources that we offer, obviously to the network of Pride of Dakota companies and other business professionals. You kind of have that in because you're part of the brand. You're part of that well-established marketing that the department has worked so hard on for 31 years. And we, try to provide different information and opportunities, seminars and workshops and newsletters and things like that. We promote you on our website through our different social media channels. There's even some, grant dollars available to companies who are looking to expand and attend trade shows outside of North Dakota. And we have a pretty strong retail program too. We are always trying to help promote retail stores in the state that carry Pride of Dakota products. And so that's another benefit too, is It doesn't cost a retail store anything to be considered a Pride of Dakota retailer. We we want to promote you and help spread the word that, hey, if somebody's looking for something, they can find it in your store.
So we'll actually advertise for you as
Yep.
a retailer store. If you do carry Pride Dakota products, we will help you. No charge.
Right.
We'll help get your name out there. And I noticed that a lot of times people end up calling us, the Pride of Dakota program, saying, hey, where can I buy this? Where can I buy that? Well, we rely on those retail stores to let us know, hey, we sell it in our stores, so direct them to us.
Yeah, we're constantly sending people, to different stores in their area where we know they can find products. So, and if you're listening and you know that something you carry in your location, it doesn't actually have to be, set up. People might think like a drugstore or something. It doesn't have. It can be a grocery store. It can be a C store. It can be your own business that you're just happy to carry this other product in. Just let us know and we'll promote you on our website.
Yeah, and get the word out that, hey, go there to buy some Pride of Dakota stuff.
Yeah.
Good things.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, if you're out there listening and you're a small business owner, reasonable, $50 for an annual membership, and you get a lot of great things that come with that. So,
yeah, I would highly encourage anybody who's got questions about it or who has just an idea even about, I have this idea, but I don't know where to start. Call our office, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction and talking to the right people, and help you with that process.
And we're going to talk about some Pride Dakota products that we love for summer after this break. So hang on, and we'll be right back.
Right now, 66.
Dave Ramsey is heard here. Super Talk 1270.
Well, welcome back, folks. We are officially halfway through the Free for All Friday Pride of Dakota edition. Before we left, we were talking a little bit about Pride of Dakota, what it can do for you, and why you should check it out.
Absolutely, all the great stuff.
Yeah, and now we want to talk about some of the awesome things. It's summertime, and there are so many great products out there for summer. We had talked a little bit earlier about gardening. We kind of got on that subject. And Dana, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the gardening products that are offered by Pride of Dakota companies?
Sure. Yeah, whether you're doing a hunger-free North Dakota garden or not, even if you have maybe some pots on your deck. That I'm a container gardener. Yeah, I've got the pots on my deck. There's some great things starting out with like Bison Compost. A relatively new company to Pride of Dakota, and they are in conjunction with North Prairie Signature, which is over by Leeds, North Dakota, and it's a buffalo ranch. And so they have, when you have all these bison around, you have a lot of compost
Material
that you need to know what to do with. So they started a business called Bison Compost, and they are actually composting their manure and selling it as buffalo earth soil. They sell things like actual bags of soil, the things called tea bags, which is something we're talking about now that would be really good for people who have maybe your plants out on your deck or your flower beds. And it's actually like a tea bag.
It's like a little potato sack material kind of that looks like a glorified, like a large version of a tea bag, and
you put it in your flowering pot
and
you let it let it diffuse in the water, and then you water your houseplants or deck plants with it, and that's the fertilizer. It's natural,
easy, like non-toxic way to fertilize your
plants and make them. I can't imagine what it does. I'm sure it does great things for them. Also have great gift boxes as well. So cool, very cool business, great concept. Get online and check them out. I know they've got a website out there.
They do.
So that's a great thing. Another thing we're very proud of, North Dakota is very proud of Prairie Road Organic Seed. And that's a company, they are located down by Fullerton area. And it's a certified organic vegetable seeds. And they breed them, they select them to perform well in North Dakota, under our extreme growing conditions. So when you're buying a Prairie Road organic seed, you are buying a vegetable that is proven to grow well in our climate and with our long days and weather patterns and things like that. So prairieroadorganic.com. I know they sell retail throughout the state. You see them at retails all over. Also, they do participate in our trade shows.
They do. Yep, they're usually up at the Minot one, I know for sure, and Bismarck generally.
So that's something to check out. And maybe you've already got your seeds planted for this year, but thinking ahead to next year already. That we're very proud of them, and they're a really great option when you're selecting varieties for your vegetable
a lot of
plants.
really interesting ones that I had never heard of, and granted, I'm not much of a green thumb. I love to eat it when somebody else grows it, but it's a lot of work. But yeah, check them out, absolutely. And I think you can buy their stuff right on their website too.
Oh, great. So you can go check it out and maybe plan for next year already, or get a few things like that. So yeah, some great things for those people out there. And now the people who maybe aren't into the growing or eating the vegetables, you know, we maybe have the other side. How about, like, my favorite treat would probably be like an ice cream treat. I think there's some Pride of Dakota stuff out there.
There's such good stuff. And we actually just celebrated June is National Dairy Month. And so you didn't miss out, though. Like, ice cream still exists out there.
Yeah, we didn't eat it all up, right?
Right. So if you're ever up in the Botno area, stop by Pride Dairy. That place, so cool. And
you've been up there quite a bit lately, right?
Do they have, they have amazing ice cream. Like,
they do.
It is so good. And they have a cafe right there. They do lunch and stuff. It's such a neat place. Really wonderful people that own it. And I do know they distribute some of their product around the state. And one of the, I think down at, where the faces are. Mount Rushmore, thank you. Good grief. Mount Rushmore in South Dakota.
Where the faces are? Is that what you were going to say? Fabulous, Kelly. Use your words.
I'm so knowledgeable some days. But they actually developed a vanilla flavor just for them.
Oh,
so
great.
It's down there if you're out touring this summer and stop by and have
You'll
some.
see a North Dakota company down there.
Yeah.
I know Pride Dairy has also worked with other Pride Dakota companies to come up with products, one of which is one of my favorite ice cream varieties of theirs. Mojo Roast is a coffee company that's a Pride Dakota member, and they worked with Pride Dairy to create a Mojo coffee ice cream. To die for, right?
Yep.
So that's also another option out there. You see Pride Dairy in retail stores around here. I know our grocery stores around the Bismarck-Mandan area. I've seen it in there. So you can buy it here and there and everywhere.
And what would ice cream be without the toppings?
The toppings, yes. Oof. And we have some Pride Dakota companies that have some pretty remarkable toppings.
Honey's a big thing in North Dakota. We're the #1 honey producer. And actually a company called Honey Lovers takes advantage of that. And they make different chocolate and caramel flavored ice cream with honey.
And it's local
so
honey.
Good. Yes.
So it's honey right from our local bees here.
Yep.
And different flavors.
Yes. Mint, raspberry, almond, all kinds of stuff.
To die for.
Delicious. And then there's the fruit flavors, obviously. Amberland Foods, Mabel's Taste of Home, and Berry Dakota offer different syrups and things you can put on
your. And I know, so the Home Sweet Home up in Minot does a lot of Pride Dakota stuff. She had just posted on my Facebook that Pride Dairy has ice cream toppings as well.
They do, yes.
So they
like the choke cherry, Juneberry, all those
rhubarb,
really
kind of North Dakota
flavors.
Flavored ones, yeah. So that would be an excellent option too.
Absolutely.
The other one, we have another Pride Dakota member, Dean Foods, Orlando Lakes.
Yes.
Maybe well known.
Ice cream sandwiches, ice cream, all that good stuff, milk and cheese, and you can find them anywhere here in North Dakota.
Good stuff. So when you see them, know that they're a local company and someone definitely worth supporting. We maybe started with our dessert first.
So we should talk about dinner as well.
Maybe we need to talk about dinner, especially since it's close to lunchtime. Summer is definitely the time people are getting together. They're having barbecues. They're having gatherings, get-togethers, spending as much time outside as possible. If you are going to a party or if you're having one at your house, you don't have to look much further than Pride of Dakota, right?
Really.
For some really great stuff. Some of the things are maybe you're going to hit the grill and you're going to do some grilling. You can touch base with tons of Pride Dakota companies like Cloverdale. They're a Pride Dakota company.
They are.
We were just talking earlier about brats and hot dogs.
And ribs. They have these pre-seasoned ribs. Holy moly, they are so good. Yep.
Great. So that's a great one. They are also well known, like the hot dogs, they're red hot dogs, which people maybe who aren't from around here or don't know Cloverdale think it's really weird. But as a North Dakota girl and someone who loves Cloverdale, I steer towards the red hot dogs.
They are good.
I absolutely love them. Yep. They also make, if you're not grilling, but Cloverdale, look for their tangy summer sausage. That's a good thing.
Great and a quick, easy sandwich if you're, getting in the car to go somewhere or you're camping or whatever.
And I'd be amiss if I didn't bring up the pork industry and talk about their bacon. Because Cloverdale, I go directly for the Cloverdale bacon when I shop. And the different types of flavors that they have. I just randomly found a chipotle flavor or like a chipotle garlic was unbelievable. And recently I've seen what they call a thick cut bacon.
Sure.
My husband, I don't think, will let me buy anything other than the thick cut bacon from now on. It is a chunk of meat, and it is really
It's
good. So
the bacon of bacons.
yep, get out and support the pork industry and look for that Cloverdale bacon when you're out there. What are a couple other?
A couple others you want to think about are Butcher Block. Awesome meat selection there. And then also Ashley Super Value. They have tons of fun different, I'm thinking specifically like their broths and things. These like really fun flavors that are just great and fun to try. So.
Oh, good. So if you're out, go find them and do some grilling with
and
them.
I do believe they'll ship stuff too if you're not down, by Ashley, obviously.
They'll
So.
ship to you. Lots of other things you can do with grilling. We have some meat rubs from, I think, DeMar's Foods.
Yep,
It has meat
DeMar's. Lots of different barbecue sauces, like Kurt's Barbecue, Bonnie's Country Classics, Lush Lola's, JP and Lee. Lots of different marinades and really fun flavors.
Yep, good stuff. We also talk a little bit about, and maybe this is going to get into the drinking part of things a
Gotta
little
have
bit.
a beverage with supper.
But also, we have a company called Bernarski's, and they do a Bloody Mary Caesar red beer flavoring. But I also use their flavoring to marinate my steaks, to put in my hamburgers. Like when I'm mixing up my hamburger meat, I shake some of their seasoning into my hamburgers, and it gives it a really great flavor. So
Very versatile. It's also like can be used for meat, or I'm sorry, eggs and potatoes and things like that. So it's not actually like, it's just the seasoning mix, which is in liquid. Another one, a relatively newer member, Peacock Alley here in Bismarck. They actually make their own Caesar and Bloody Mary mix that you can buy in a bottle.
oh, great.
The same thing they would serve to you if you came down and
And so
had
you
lunch
can take
there.
it home to your barbecue and feed it to your guests. And I think there's another one, Wagner's Wagon.
Yep, up by Mercer. They came up with a Bloody Mary mix that is on point.
On point. So there are some great options on whether you're going to use it to marinate your meat or to enjoy a nice drink on a hot day.
Yeah.
Some great options for your grilling outdoor parties.
And just a couple other things now. We're talking about grilling. DeMar's Food, they actually patented the chef hook. And so instead of like your big clunky tools that you're working with trying to flip stuff on the grill, it's got a wooden handle and a little meat or metal hook on it that you can just flip your steak. So it's super easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really neat.
fabulous. And so it's not going to take up as much room in my drawer?
Right.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and then there's a company up in Minot too, JDS Gems. They do like a wooden trivet that's got it's like serrated on the edge that you can use to scrape off your grill if you don't want to use the wire brushes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Really handy.
And that's, when you put all this great stuff on your meat, you need that. So
Yeah.
a couple things. And all of the Pride Dakota stuff, if you're here listening to us and you're like, oh, that's great, I want to check that out, you can go to the Pride Dakota website.
Yep.
And
PrideofDakota.com.
do some searching, try to find the companies, or else you could maybe contact us. and
Absolutely.
we could help you out.
Yeah, our department phone number, if you've got a pen handy, it is 701-328-2231, or you can shoot us an email at ndda@nd.gov.
And so let's get into a few other things. I think we'll probably take a little break first. Before we do the break, I'm just going to say when we were talking about meat, Jumbo Sloppy Joe, I'm just going to leave you
Which
with
is a
that.
well-known Mandan company here.
It-
They started up again, and it's great.
It is great for summers. So we're going to come back after this little break, and we'll talk more about some Pride of Dakota products.
Right now, 72.
Weekends with Twilight Zone Radio on Super Talk 1270.
Well, hello again, and thank you for hanging with us for this Free for All Friday Pride of Dakota edition. We are now on the home stretch of the hour and talking about some awesome summertime Pride of Dakota products made right here in North Dakota.
And we were just joking because our list is way longer than we're going to have a chance to get to. Lots of great products out there. If you don't hear us talking about it today, go to our website, prideofdakota.com, and do some looking around. A lot of wonderful products out there.
Yeah, just search whatever you're looking for, and you'll get options of different companies and retail stores that carry it. So.
Yeah. So next we want to talk about, summer, everyone spends as much time outside as possible, especially in North Dakota, because you need that vitamin D built up, right?
Yes.
So you're outside.
Supplies for winter.
Pride of Dakota has a lot of great things to take outside, to use outside. Do you have any favorites?
I love them all. I'm a snack, like a salty snack kind of girl.
Okay.
So I don't like eat sweets too often, but I love sunflower seeds.
Yes.
And in North Dakota, we grow sunflowers, so that's a plus.
Yes.
Giant Snacks and Dakota's Kid Snacks offer different flavors of sunflower seeds too. I'm kind of partial to the regular, but they have a whole wide variety of crazy flavors that are fun. You got to try them at least once, right?
Yeah, and I know Giants even they have a newer version out there called the Kettle Roast Collection, which is maybe a little lighter on
They
the
got
salt.
a little bit of a sweet, less salty to them.
And so I know they're out there, but they come in flavors from dill pickle to the barbecue sauce, like
I think
the
there's like
Casey
a
style.
coconut flavored one too.
Oh,
All
goodness.
kinds of stuff.
So good stuff. And they also have a bacon ranch, because I'm all about the pork industry today for some reason, but they also have a bacon ranch flavored
I bet those are
sunflower seed
good.
too. And I think just anytime there's bacon, people are on top of that. So, so sunflower seeds, great one. We also have a company that has created a really awesome gadget, right?
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Well, you can help me too, but yes. So we have gadgets galore, and they have developed what they call the Spitster. And that was Kelly opening it. This is a great little contraption. It's a little cup with a lid on the top of it, and you can store your sunflower seeds. It's 2 containers. You can store your sunflower seeds in one, and then you spit. It's called the
shells,
Spitster,
yeah.
right? You spit the shells into this little container, and then you can dump them out when you get to fill gas, and you can dump them out in the garbage or whatever. It fits right in your cup holder, so it's not going to go rolling around your car. I know I always joke my husband, he has to drink something really fast so he can spit his seeds into the water bottle, and then we just have to stop and use the restroom.
Use the restroom.
So this little gadget, like I said, fits in your cup holder. It closes so they're not going to roll around in your car. Wonderful thing. Spitster.com.
Yes, and it's great for other things too. You know, like kids snacks. Obviously, if you're going on a road trip, your kids are going to want snacks, things like that. Take it along when you go camping or when you go to a baseball game. You know, it's super handy.
Yeah, put some nuts in there, put some anything in there, snap it on, and you're good to go. So thespitster.com is where you can check that out.
And we would be remiss, I think, if we didn't mention probably one of the most widely known Pride of Dakota companies around the country.
I know what you're talking about.
Dots Pretzels.
I was going to say, everyone out there just went, oh, yes. I just heard it
Yep.
here. Everyone was like, oh, Dots, yes. A great seasoned pretzel. She has new packaging out this year, or right now, so they look a little bit different. Same great taste.
Yes.
You can find them gas stations, grocery stores,
pretty much
boutiques.
anywhere.
I think
there's a cash register. There's probably Dots.
Yeah.
And Tea's Tangles also too. She's out of Minot. They make a great pretzel, and it's a little bit spicier, but
Yep.
it's got just the right amount of burn on it.
Yep, so for those that like the little spice in them. So those are great things to snack on. How about when you are out getting away from the snacking a little bit, but you're maybe going to be outside doing some things? We have some Pride of Dakota members that have some great products, like steaks.
Yeah, super cool contraption. So it's spelled steaks like stay, K-E-S. And it's a stake you put in the ground. Great for tents, great for tying up your pet. If you're out camping, you know, it comes with a mallet so you can undo it.
Okay.
But it holds, I can't even remember what the rating is on it, like the tension. But it's a really cool product developed right here by a North Dakotan.
And it's a little different than like the steaks you get with your tent that are just like a stick.
It has
that you put in the ground.
prongs that come out of it, which is what gives it that extra stability.
Yeah, so that's a great company to check out. Stay, Staykes, steaks. Another one would be Grapevine Design, is a Pride of Dakota company. They make some really great stuff. What he does is, or they do, I guess, they weld steel into all sorts of different stuff, from maybe yard art to all things to put your mittens on in the wintertime, but some things for summer would be like campfire tools. You can roast marshmallows, roast hot dogs over the open fire.
Yep.
And the ones that I have seen, it's a long, and they're heavy duty. They're like
Yes,
industrial
they're
strength.
not-
Yeah, this isn't just
You
a
could
little
win a war
hook.
with that thing.
But they actually have 2, so you could roast 2 hot dogs at once on these
Yep.
on these tools.
And they also make this contraption. It's like a traveling cup holder. It's got a spike on the end of it, so you can stick it in the ground right next to your lawn chair if you don't have like a
fabulous.
cup holder in your lawn chair. And then it's got a ring on the top of it where your beverage sits nice inside
So
there.
When you go out, if you go out to the river this weekend, you pick up one of these and you can stick it right in the sandbar,
Yep.
right?
And then your drink doesn't get all icky from the condensation picking up sand or dirt or whatever, and you can go play your lawn games and have a good time.
That's perfect. Those are great options. Fishermen, I've heard a lot of people are going to be out doing some fishing this weekend. I was talking to one of our coworkers this morning. He was getting busy, getting ready to fish all weekend and into next week. But Uncle Ray's has a fillet buddy. Have you seen him use?
I've not actually seen them demo it, but they have a video that they usually play at their booths. And it's super handy little gadget, very lightweight, and it's like it helps you to fillet your fish much easier and quicker, cleaner, without chopping your hands all up.
So safety, a quick way to fillet your fish.
Yeah, so Uncle Ray's Fillet Buddy.
That's great stuff for the outdoor people, the adventurers out there. Couple other little things. Not too long ago, one of my friends was saying on Facebook she had a mouse in her house. And she didn't know what to do about that. Pride Dakota can help you with that too, right?
Of course.
Can you tell people about Earthkind a little bit?
Yeah, so Earthkind was started by Carrie Block, and so they produce different lines of repellents that are natural and safe. So you don't have to worry, if you got little kids running around or pets, you don't have to worry that they're going to ingest something toxic or injure themselves by sticking their finger in a trap or something. It's just basically, like I said, it's a natural product, and it's the aroma of it is what scares away the pests, because not that it's never an unpleasant aroma, I shouldn't say it that way, but it's maybe a little bit more potent for them, and they're, mice are obviously a lot smaller than humans, and so if they're down by that, they just don't particularly like that aroma, and it keeps them out of there. So campers, boats, things like that, if you are, storing them anywhere, or even just when you're out camping, if you're in the middle of, a field or a prairie, there's probably rodents running around, so toss them in your camper, they're safe, and help keep the pests away.
Yeah, so check out Earthkind and some of her products. The 4Z Products is another Pride of Dakota company, and they manufacture a cargo light.
Mm-hmm. It's made for like your cargo box on your pickup, and so then it's wired up, and then when you drop your tailgate, the lights come on inside your box. So if you have a tonneau cover on there, or if you're using it in the dark, if you're hauling things around, it's really handy to drop your box or your tailgate down, and you can see inside your truck.
And, that just kind of talks about we talked earlier in the show about Pride Dakota companies and how talented they are. Here you have North Dakota people creating these products that they use on a daily basis, or they need. And like the cargo light is a great example. How many people have struggled with that, or trying to hold a flashlight while you're digging around in the back of your truck? Maybe you are out camping, or maybe you're
out farming.
You're
even
farming
this time of year.
and you need a little bit of extra light. The 4Z Products came up with that cargo light, so it just really talks about the vast amount of Pride Dakota products that we have and the talent in the state that's developing them. So
yeah. And another one, I know we had talked about fishermen earlier, Chuck's Custom Rods. Chuck Dreamer, he builds fishing rods to your specifications. Super cool. Give him a call.
great stuff. And wow, what a great gift for somebody.
Yeah.
A custom fishing rod for that fisherman
Absolutely.
in your life.
And just one more thing I want to hit on, a relatively new member, Kirsch's Outdoor Products.
Okay.
So they create sportsman maps that include items such as private land ownership information, public lands, roads, trails, sections, topography, and much more. So if you are planning an outdoor excursion, give them a call.
And they'll do a customized map for you.
Yep.
Wow, that's a great service to offer, especially in our state.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Lot of other great stuff. I know at the beginning of the show we talked that we were going to talk about baby stuff, and we're not going to talk about baby stuff. But the reason we were going to talk about baby stuff is we actually have a baby in the studio with us today.
She is a doll, and she's been sleeping. Baby Isabel, she's hanging out with us in the studio.
And we have a Bring Your Baby to Work program, and so I get to bring her to work with me every day. And I had to come to the show, or got to come to the show, I guess. I'm like, well, maybe she'll be okay. And she has slept through the whole thing. She's just been a sweet little thing sitting down here. So
check out the Super Talk 1270 Facebook page. There's a picture of her on there. So
yeah,
thanks for joining us, Baby Isabel.
Yeah, absolutely. We just have just a minute left. Kelly, any last minute Pride Dakota products that you want to shout out to people and tell them to go check out?
There's just so much great stuff, really. Like, if you want to purchase anything, check out the Pride of Dakota website, prideofdakota.com, before you head to the store. Again, shout out to our members. Thank you for being awesome and letting us help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. If you're looking for more information, you can check out on the things we had mentioned earlier. Check out the department website, which is nd.gov/NDDA. Events for Pride of Dakota are also posted on the website, so check those out.
And retail stores too.
Yes.
If you want to find anything that we talked about, find a retail store, go to the website.
Yeah. Again, thank you for spending an hour out of your Friday with us. It was great to be here in the studio again, as always, and we hope you have a wonderful, safe weekend.